Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to describe and do a demo of the new amazing AI function in Google Sheets. So it's literally just like this, AI. And honestly, this is probably the biggest improvement I've seen to Google Sheets in many years. This one function alone is really a game changer and it's really amazing. So I'm going to do a quick demo of it and yeah, just show you what it's like. And unfortunately, the function is not available yet for all accounts. It might take a little bit for it to go to everyone's account, but hopefully it will come out to everyone's account within the coming weeks and months. Okay, so let's get started. So if you're familiar with Google Gemini, it's kind of like ChatGPT, and you can ask it questions. But now you can actually basically do something very similar in Google Sheets. So let's say, for example, you can ask it questions. I'm going to show you how to do that with just the AI function. And then something more useful is if you have data like in a spreadsheet and you can have AI analyze the data, which is really amazing. Okay, so first I want to show you just using the AI function. Let's say, for example, you wanted to ask it a fun question. Let's say, teach me how to train a dog. So the AI function, all you'll do is type equals AI, and then you can type in a question. Uh, it can work as is like that, and you have other parameters. You can give it a range, but right now I'm not going to do that. And then you can also give it a cell, which I'll show you above. But this is the simplest way to use it. Just literally type equals AI, and then have parentheses, and then have the question you want to ask it, and hit enter. And it might not run immediately. You might have to do something like this. So you go type generate and insert. You can hit that. So I said, teach me how to train a dog. And it gave this wonderful answer. See here? So it says, teach me how to train a dog. And the answer it says is, training a dog requires consistency and patience. Start with basic commands like sit, stay, and come. Use positive reinforcement. Okay, that's great. Let's try another example. Teach me how to gain muscle at the gym for exercise. Okay, so that's a basic question. You can search online for that, but I just wanted to see how it looks. So teach me how to get muscle at the gym. And then, of course, here you have this cell, and you can just copy it. I'm going to copy it right now, and I'll show you it in a text file. Okay, so I copied it into a text file, so you can actually copy the output from the cell. Right now, it's not so useful. It's basically similar to Google Gemini. I mean, it is super useful, but the real power comes in when you can use it with data. Okay, so now I've shown you how to use the AI function using it directly. Now let's ask it similar questions, but now let's actually pass it in with the AI function and give it a cell. So this is, for example, the E5 cell. So I'm asking it, what is the speed of light? AI, and you can put in the cell, and it's going to pass that in. And here you can type generate and insert. So this is just for a single one, and in a moment I'll show you how to do it for two or more. Oh wow, unknown. That's strange. Okay, sometimes it gives strange answers. I don't know why it did that. Previously it did answer that. Let's see if it's going to answer it. E5. What is the speed of light? Okay. That's a little bit strange. I guess that's a bug. But let's see if it can answer this question. E6. Teach me quantum mechanics as if I'm a 5-year-old. Also unknown. Okay, that's a little bit bizarre. I don't know why it's giving me that output. Again, this is an experimental thing. Maybe it'll work better eventually. Okay, so for some reason it's not giving good output. I'm just going to try it one more time, but I'll use I'll try to let's see if I can generate them all at the same time. So if you select them all like this, you can generate and insert all at the same time. Okay, so the first one is unknown. I don't know why it's giving that output, but it did answer the second question. Quantum mechanics is like a secret code that the universe uses to decide how things work. I think that's a great answer. Okay, how do I cook sunny side eggs? 1. Heat a non-stick pan over medium heat. 2. Add butter or oil to the pan. 3. Crack the egg into the pan. Okay, those are fantastic answers. And right now, again, for some reason, it's not answering the question for the first one, but I think that's just a bug, and over time, hopefully it'll get better. Okay, so now I want to show you something that is probably more useful, which is using actual data. And I made this for a tutorial I was going to make. This is some simple, it's got 5 columns, and it's basically just yearly salary, gender, age, and age group, and the career. So for example, Brad is a doctor, Sana is an idol and a singer, Olivia is a jade trader, and so on. And you can see it's got gender as M or F, and age group. So you can, of course, you can do sorting, just sorting, or anything you want, just like in Google Sheets like before. But now you can ask it some very useful questions. So for example, earlier I asked it this question: explain to me about the row for the person named Brad. And I gave it this that range, so it goes from A1 to F18, and actually maybe that was a mistake. I probably could have just said this, but let's see here. Okay, so, and it gave a good answer, which is Brett is a doctor with a yearly salary of $150,000. He's a male, 35 years old, and in this age group. Okay, so I want to show you now another function here, and because this is a really long output, I'm going to do new questions. I'll have the new questions be here. Okay, and actually I'll put a new one here just so I can ask another other. Okay, so I'm going to show you here, so you can literally ask it any question. Let's say, for example, say, tell me about the rows for the people with the highest income and the lowest income. And then what you can do is give it a range. So the range, I'm going to give it the headers just to be safe. So I'll say A1 to F18, and I wonder if I actually do need to give the headers. Maybe I don't need to give the headers. I'll ask the same thing, but not add the headers in the second one. So I said, tell me about the rows for the people with the highest income and the lowest income. And again, here you can do generate and insert. And it gives the output here. Mary, a lawyer, has the highest input of 300,000. John and Jean, pizza delivery and waitress respectively, both have income of $30,000. And see here, John has 30,000 and Jean has 30,000. So that is fantastic. That is an amazing answer. Okay, and I'm going to delete that just to have it not be distracting. And let's, like I said before, this time I'm going to ask the same question, but instead of using A1, which includes the headers, I'm going to try B1, I'm sorry, A2 to F18, so it's not including the headers, and let's see if it gives us a similar answer. And again, here you can click on generate and insert. The person with the highest income, Mary, a lawyer, salary of 300,000. And actually, this is the wrong, I just realized that it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake, or I actually could be wrong. So that's 300,000, but actually the highest is Sana, who's an idol. I'm surprised it made a mistake there, but it made the same mistake twice, which is nice. Okay, so this person should have been the highest. So you can say, for example, maximum of C2 to C18, and that person should have been Sana. So for some reason it gave the wrong answer, but that's okay. AI is not perfect and it can make mistakes. And I'm gonna have it do one interesting thing now. Now what I want to do is say, tell me the mean, median, max, minimum, and mode yearly salary. And then I'm going to give it a range of, again, I'll go from, let's say I'll go from A1 to F18. And then, at least for now, you're going to have to say generate an insert. Okay, so the mean is 235. And let's see if that's right. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, for some reason, it's not giving the right answers. Okay, how about the median? C2 to C18. Okay, so it gives the median correctly, but the mean, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be giving the right answer. Okay. Okay, so for the most part, I think it did a very good job, the AI function. So I said, tell me the mean, median, max, minimum. For some reason, the average is not matching. I don't know exactly why. So this should be the mean. Excuse me. The average should be this number, but it's giving a number of that. Maybe it's using a different calculation for some reason. I don't know. But let's see here. So it gives the right mode and probably, yeah, it's the right minimum and it gives the right maximum. See here, it gives the maximum of this person. But for some reason, it was giving earlier the wrong maximum, but it did give the right minimum. So I think that this is working very well, and there's just a few bugs for it to work out, but this is truly amazing in my opinion. Again, imagine it's just like Gemini, and if you're familiar with how to use an API with Gemini or ChatGPT, this is almost just as good. And it's still rolling out. Again, I don't think it's in all Google accounts right now. I don't know how I got this into my account. Even I had other accounts where I couldn't use this AI function. It wasn't working or it wasn't available yet. But hopefully within the next few weeks and few months, it'll roll out to almost every account. And I really do think that, honestly, this one function alone is a true game changer. And I just wanted to do one last thing. So there's already a function for translate in Google Sheets, but I wanted to see if it can translate to Latin. I would be super interested if it can translate to Latin, because even the Google Sheets function, I don't know if it can actually translate to Latin. I tried it earlier and it didn't work, but the AI function might be able to. So look here, this is translating the careers to Latin, and I think that's super cool. Okay, so this was a video about the new AI function in Google Sheets. It's amazing, and hopefully it'll come out for everyone in the coming weeks.